The objective of this lesson is to solve equations in the form px equals q when p is a fraction. Let's start with the following problem. Chandra's mom gave her $13 to purchase a gift at the store, but that was only 1/3 of the total cost of the gift. What is the total cost of the gift? We will first ask ourselves, what is the cost of the gift? The cost is unknown. Then we should ask what other information is known. We know that 1/3 of the cost of the gift is $13. We can write an equation for this situation where G represents the total cost of the gift. 1/3 times G equals 13. Since the 1/3 and the G are being multiplied, we can solve this equation by dividing each side by the coefficient. Any number divided by itself is 1. Therefore, on the left side of the equation, 1/3 divided by 1/3 equals 1. On the right side of the equation, we will divide 13 by 1/3. 13 divided by 1/3 is the same as 13 multiplied by 3, which equals 39. So, the cost of the gift is $39. We can check our work by using substitution and place 39 in place of the G. Is 1/3 of 39 equal to 13? Yes. Therefore, the total cost of the gift is $39. Let's solve another problem. Jeremy participated in an eating contest. A 5-pound bag of gummy bears was placed in front of him. When time was called, Jeremy had eaten 322 gummy bears, or 2/3 of the 5-pound package. How many gummy bears are in a 5-pound bag? We first need to ask ourselves, what is the total number of gummy bears in a 5-pound bag? That is the unknown quantity. What other information is known? We know that 322 is 2/3 of the total. We can write an equation where B represents the bag of bears. 2/3 times B equals 322. We can solve this equation by dividing both sides of the equation by 2/3. Any number divided by itself is 1. Therefore, on the left side of the equation, 2/3 divided by 2/3 equals 1. On the right side of the equation, we will divide 322 by 2/3. Some students may still need to use a visual model and divide the bar into thirds where the denominator is thirds. When the bag is divided into 3 parts and 2 of the parts is 322, the 322 can be divided in half or equally between 2 of the parts. Each of the 2 sections will have the value of 161. Therefore, the last section will also have a value of 161. If we multiply 161 by 3, we will have the total number of gummy bears in the entire bag. In 5th grade, students saw a fraction as an operator. If we have 3 sections and we know 2 of the parts is 322, we are actually dividing by 2 and then multiplying by 3. In other words, we can multiply 322 by 3 halves to find the answer. When 322 is multiplied by 3 halves, we get 966 halves. When we divide 966 by 2, we get 483 bears in the 5-pound bag. Let's solve one more problem. Lynn runs 2.5 times as far as her brother. If Lynn runs 20 miles, how many miles does her brother run? In this problem, the brother's distance is unknown. We will represent the brother's distance with the variable b. 2.5 times the brother's distance is 20. This is represented by the equation 2.5 times b equals 20. Let's solve this problem with a bar model. We will draw a bar to represent b, the brother. Then we will draw another bar underneath to represent Lynn. Lynn's bar should be 2.5 times as long as the length of b. Lynn's bar is longer than her brother's because she runs 2.5 times farther than her brother. We now need to place 20 inside Lynn's bar since her distance is 20 miles. Each section in the bar model must be equivalent. If we partition each whole into halves, we see that Lynn ran 20 miles and she has 5 sections. We know that if we divide the 20 miles into 5 sections, then we can place 4 miles inside each section. The bar model shows that the brothers' distance is 2 of Lynn's sections, which is 8 miles. The answer to the problem, 2 1/2 times b equals 20, is 8 miles. Lynn's brother ran 8 miles. The objective for this lesson was to solve equations in the form px equals q when p is a fraction. We met this objective by writing equations from real-world examples and solving the equations using division or a bar model.